Tuition fees abolished for college students in Dominica, and in sport, West Indies aiming to break their jinx against Bangladesh in the final of the Tri-Nations Series. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, May 14th, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break. Students attending the Dominica State College will no longer have to pay tuition fees, and all outstanding arrears have been cancelled. And in a bid to encourage more involvement in community development, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit announced that students enrolled at the college will now have to participate in mandatory community volunteerism. He said the new initiative takes immediate effect, and he hopes it ensures and assures students continued access to the college. Prime Minister Skerrit also indicated he has indicated to the college that there has to be an increased focus on technical vocational programs. He said his government is looking to open up the college to employed people who find it difficult to attend school during normal working hours. Human rights groups are calling on the Guyana government to fulfill obligations it has made to United Nations human rights bodies. With the days fast approaching for Guyana's record to be reviewed on its efforts to end discrimination against women and LGBT persons, some of the recommendations coming out of the previous reports are yet to be implemented or even considered for implementation. Managing Director of the Society Against Sexual Orientation Discrimination in Guyana, Joel Simpson, says there has been progress since the coalition government took office, but he says there is still much more to be done.
3 recommendations related to LGBTQ rights were accepted by the coalition government. And those specifically relate to hate crimes and strengthening the capacity of the Guyana police force to better investigate and deal with hate crimes against LGBTQ people.
14 other recommendations were made in the report. Simpson said government needs to do more when it comes to human rights violations against LGBT persons.
There has been no movement towards, no signal towards doing anything besides taking note of them or moving towards implementation of those recommendations, unfortunately.
On July 4, Ghana set a call for review under CEDAW, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Simpson said since 2012, when the last review was done, there has been no effort by government to decriminalize same-sex intimacy, which is of great concern to CEDAW and the United Nations Human Rights Council.
And that report from Newsroom Guyana's Colwyn Abrams. The St. Kitts and Nevis government has not yet decided on the way forward for allowing overseas-based nationals to vote in general elections in the Twin Island Federation. The Team Unity government of Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris had promised that it would cater for nationals living in the diaspora who wanted to return home to vote. But speaking on local radio station Win FM, Attorney General Vincent Byron said that matter is to be discussed. He said a residency requirement is one of the proposals on the table which he hopes will be accepted in Cabinet and debated in Parliament. Now, Byron said there's case law supporting that, making references to Antigua and Barbuda where the matter reached the Court of Appeal. He maintained that there needs to be a proper consultation and debate on the matter. The Attorney General also raised concern that for the past 25 years people have been registering to vote where they don't live. Government says it plans to reform the registration process to require proof of eligibility to register in a particular constituency. The main opposition, St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, has already indicated that it would resist any attempt by the government to disenfranchise nationals residing overseas who have the constitutional right to register to vote in general elections in the Caribbean country. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next.
Well, if you haven't already noticed, you'll soon discover that gasoline prices have been inching up steadily over the last 30 days, taking a quantum leap in just the past week. In California, pump prices have already surpassed the $4 per gallon mark, something drivers haven't seen for the better part of 4 years. It's being blamed on refinery issues in the West and the switch to summer blends, but this sudden and large increase arrives in time for the vacation driving season, and there is little or no relief in sight.
Ace West Indies off-spinner Ashley Nurse says Monday's defeat to Bangladesh in the Tri-Nations series has not dented the team's confidence, and they are now fully focused on breaking their jinx against the Tigers in Friday's final. The Caribbean side went down by 5 wickets at the Village following their 8-wicket loss to Bangladesh in their second game of the tournament last week. They've now lost 6 of their last 8 one-day meetings with the Asian side within the last 12 months. Nurse spoke to CWI Media after the match.
I'm at next game to see, well, next game is the final, so next game is the most important game in the series. I mean, all the work we did over the last couple of games is all well and good, but I mean, to get the win in the finals is the most important thing right now. Yeah, it's a tournament where the finals is the ultimate goal, so they've gotten better of us in the last 2 games, so that doesn't mean anything. We have to turn up on Friday and try to do the work.
Now, Nurse, who was the Windies' best bowler on Monday with 3 for 53, said it was important not only for his side to bat well, but to put pressure on the Bangladesh middle order, which is yet to be really tested.
I think if we can get some more runs on the board, first and foremost, and then the bowlers have a easier job because, as I said before, the wickets are really easy pace though. So it's a case where you have to be on the ball as a bowling unit, build some pressure in the field and put them on some serious pressure and get into the middle order. As 2 games have passed and we haven't gotten them, really gotten into the middle overs, middle batsmen, sorry. So if we can get into the middle of the batting order, I think we'll be in with a good show.
Over the horse racing now, Barbadian Patrick Husbands put to rest any fears of his fitness when he produced smooth ride aboard 3-1 chance Speedy Soul to win the $125,000 Fury Stakes at Woodbine Racetrack on Sunday. He looked back to his old self as he stalked with the Mark Cassie-trained animal before unleashing a stirring stretch run to beat the 3-year-old fillies by 3/4 lengths, going 7 furlongs, and post his first added money win of the season. Speedy Soul and Artelinia had run neck and neck in the second nearly 2 lengths of the leaders, with the remainder of the 7-horse field in pursuit. It's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.